Welcome, sailors. We are indulging in the most fragrant gardens, the islands of Cres and Lošinj, where the beauty of nature is next level spectacular. You're watching Sail Ho Croatia. We are sailing to the southernmost part of the island of Lošinj, more precisely towards an islet to the south of Lošinj, known as the favorite place of many boaters who enjoy beautiful beaches and top hedonistic restaurants. These beaches are ideal for anchoring and spending the whole day swimming, diving, and of course, enjoying food on the boat or in the aforementioned restaurants.
Leuven is a small island situated on the southern part of the bigger island of Lošinj. And actually, it's an island of ancient value. Why? Because behind us is Leuven Channel. It's used from the ancient time as a way where sailors used to go from Greece and from other parts of southern Europe to the northern Europe, to Venice and other parts of the Roman Empire.
Thanks to its strategic maritime and transport position, Leuven Channel has been used for mooring since the earliest times, so the islands bear traces of different historical eras. Leuven and the smaller island St. Peter are located opposite one another and form a long and narrow channel. A perfect natural anchorage that has served as a shelter for ships during storms since ancient times. The histories of the two neighboring islands are interconnected and intertwined. The Leuven Cemetery is located on the neighboring uninhabited island, so the locals even posthumously have to take that boat trip. But it's still quite quiet over here. There's an air of, you know, kind of people being relaxed and quiet and calm. Or is that just me?
No. The island of Leuven is island without cars.
Perfect. Okay.
There is no any car on the island. There are very small tractors just for if you go for sheep far away on the other part of island. But in other way, it's only on foot or by bike. So
great. Leuven is a small island with a total area of only 5.5 square kilometers, so that a tour of the island from one end to the other is not a problem. It is ideal for a peaceful vacation without the noise and the usual hustle and bustle. In the past, many Leuven residents fled to the US, so that today there are 3 times more people originally from Leuven living in the United States than there are people living on the island itself. We see a lot of boats around here, a lot of yachts, and I'm guessing a lot of people come here by boat and use these lovely restaurants.
Yes, on the island of Leuven there are many lovely restaurants situated just next to the sea. So
amazing!
It's amazing to go for dinner next to the sea, and the port is quite safe. And when it's windy outside, the strong wind, Bura or something else, some other or southern wind, here is very safe.
Okay, it's time I checked out those stories about the amazing restaurants of this place. A table set at the edge of the beautiful sea is a promising start of this hedonistic chapter. A starter made up of fresh fish delicacies suggests that this is still first and foremost a fisherman's region. Tagliatelle with clams are a perfect warm appetizer. They are so fresh that you can still taste the sea in this superb sauce. For the main course, a fillet of sea bass is served with Swiss chard and pea puree. The dessert is a little more modern than I've hoped for, but incredibly tasty and beautiful. panna cotta with almond flakes. All this wonderful food while watching yachts and sailing boats glide past me. A real hedonistic pleasure. We've arrived in one of the most beautiful bays of Lošinj, Čičak Bay. There used to be at least 3 shipyards in this bay. In the 19th century, the beauty of this bay was recognized by members of the Austro-Hungarian nobility, who subsequently built beautiful and elegant villas here, many of which are still used today. With a beautiful promenade, luxurious beaches opening out onto the sea, and the environment that stands there in all its natural glory, unspoiled and simply decorated with few gradually emerging luxury hotels, Čičak today is a real oasis for those who know how to indulge in luxury, enriched with an air of history. The reconstruction of the beach required meeting a number of conditions, governing the conservation of the Austro-Hungarian terrace and the wharves, docks and piers. It was also necessary to preserve the existing plant species and the 100-year-old pine trees. In order to enable the privacy of the bathers and to separate the beach from the promenade, a green belt of jardinières was created. The belt contains niches housing the extra beach facilities. Every beach is equipped with cabins and showers. All the beach facilities are made of local stone and have a green roof. The beach is equipped with many amenities, including a diving center, beach volleyball, pedal boats, stand-up paddling, surfing school, and so much more. You can also find refreshments in cool restaurants and bars. You will also enjoy outdoor showers that you can use free of charge. Finally, we come to the town of Mali Lošinj, the center of the island of Lošinj, and also the biggest island town in the Adriatic Sea. In addition, a number of smaller crafts-related businesses contribute to development and life on the island throughout the year. Many construction businesses, shops, services, and other activities carry on operating full-time out of season, as life on the island without them would be impossible. One of the distinctive features of the island of Lošinj is something you feel instantly upon your first contact with this place. Taking a deep breath and taking in all the wonderful scents in the air. Over 1,100 plant species, many of which have salubrious effects, is a reason why the 19th century Austro-Hungarian aristocracy recognized the medicinal and therapeutic properties of this island, and consequently set up and established clinics for respiratory and pulmonary diseases. More than 125 years of tradition of health tourism on Lošinj is founded on this salubrious climate, rich medicinal plant biodiversity, and a unique blend of natural marine aerosols and pure air. A small section of these healing plants and enchanting fragrances can be found in the beautiful Lošinj aromatic garden.
Sandra, we are at your absolutely gorgeous garden of fine scents.
Da, mirisni otočki vrt koji smo evo započeli prije 15 godina sa radom, tako da smo u jednoj lokaciji od 3500 metara kvadratnih zasadili bilje koje se najčešće susreće kad se hoda kroz naše otoke, a naravno to bilje ima svoje čari i mirise i boje, a plus toga može se koristiti i u gastronomiji, kozmetici i u medicini. Tako da smo svakom mjesecu poklonili ime koje je cvijeta ili koje ima plod. Evo sad smo u mjesecu srpnju, a onda nam je smilje. A smilje sigurno svi znaju jer to je miris evo našeg ljeta, lošinjskog ljeta, mogu slobodno reći. Miris smilja je A danas je vrlo poznato u kozmetici, to je anti-age programi. Tako da je, kažem, žute je boje, a evo sad je počelo već i kako je toplije, brzo se rascvijeta. Ali evo, prošli mjesec smo imali lavandu, mjesec prije toga je bila evo naša kaduljica koju kad se uzme zamiriše da... Ali to je nama uvijek bio lijek. Nama tu otočanima je tu uvijek bio lijek za dišne puteve.
In a delightful little souvenir shop, you can purchase some wonderful medicinal concoctions and souvenirs. Homemade brandies, liqueurs, teas, and many other healing and fragrant delicacies. Of course, you can also refresh yourself with locally grown organic food. Owing to these healing properties and numerous researches, experiences and testimonies of those who have improved that condition in Lošinj, Mali and Veli Lošinj were recognized as climatic health resorts in the 19th century. The hotels offer a wide range of wellness and spa programs and various types of therapy, aromatherapy and massage. This magical paradise for all the senses is an ideal escape from the cold winter. From dental and internist clinics to pediatricians and nutritionists, Lošinj offers a comprehensive and sophisticated specialist healthcare infrastructure, which is only to be expected from a developed healthcare center. Cres and the neighboring island of Lošinj used to be a single island, but were divided by a channel and connected with a bridge in the town of Osor. A town on the border between two islands was founded by the Romans, who also dug the channel, thus dividing what was then known as the island of Osor into Cres and Lošinj. The movable bridge opens up twice a day for maritime traffic, to let the ships sail through the channel on their way. Osor is the cultural center of the island. During summer months, the classical music festival, Osor Musical Evenings, gathers musicians from all over the world. The festival organizers saw to it that Osor's garden sculptures be put up, including wonderful works by Ivan Meštrović and other celebrated Croatian artists.
I have never been to a place in the Adriatic that I did not fall head over heels in love with. But now, being here on Cres, there's just new kind of serenity here. The shades, the colors, the smells, everything is so much more intense and so much more beautiful. There's magic all around, and who better to talk to about this than the mayor of Cres himself. Christian, tell us, what is it about this place? What makes it so magical and unique?
Otok Cres najveći otok na Jadranu i po mnogo čemu jedinstven. Recimo, ima više biljnih vrsta od cijelog britanskog otočja. Ima Vransko jezero, prirodno jezero pitke vode koje povezuje Cres i Lošinj, odakle imamo pitku vodu. Naravno, bjeloglave supove koji prinose, putuju cijelim svijetom i povezuju Cres sa cijelim svijetom. More, obale, 55 pješčanih prirodnih plaža i još puno toga.
Beaches, preserved environment and clean sea are of immense value to the island of Cres. The most beautiful beaches are marked with blue flags, signifying the high quality of service and the cleanliness of the sea and the coastline. Boaters will especially enjoy these beaches, and many of them are hard to reach by land, so privacy, peace and quiet are guaranteed.
So tell us about the town of Cres itself.
Grad Cres povijesni je gradić koji ima apsolutno sva obilježja velikog grada, od svog muzeja, svoje gradske knjižnice pa svih ostalih službi šta imaju i ostali. Malo nas je na otoku, velik smo otok, manje od 7 stanovnika na cijelom otoku Cresu po kilometru kvadratnom. Bavimo se pretežno turizmom.
The narrow and tall houses lean against each other and make a real maze of narrow streets and alleys. On some building fronts, you can see the old coats of arms representing the occupations of the people who lived there. In the past, the old town core was encircled by high walls, the remains of which that can still be seen today include the 3 city gates and Cres Tower. The view from the tower is spectacular, and it is equally satisfying to enjoy all the fine wines and homemade brandy there.
There's a popular line for this place, well, a saying that goes, no stress on Cres. And let me tell you something, it's completely true.
In the center of the city is the main town square, where all cultural and social events in the city used to take place. There is a town loggia there, a place where in the past contracts were concluded, public declarations were read and trade was conducted. The town of Cres is located in a bay that is perfect as a shelter, which in the past made it a safe harbor for boats during spells of bad weather. Such a position has facilitated the development of fisheries, seafaring and shipbuilding. The shape of the bay and the natural shelter has led to the construction of one of the most beautiful and best equipped marinas.
Hi, I'm so loving this ACI marina. It is the most beautiful ACI marina I have ever been to. It is so peaceful, quiet and absolutely gorgeous. What is it about this place?
Dobrodošli u AC Marinu Cres. Mirna je i u zaljevu zaštićenom je od vjetrova, tiha je i smještena je na jednom jako lijepom mjestu u Creskom zaljevu. Marina raspolaže sa 450 vezova u moru i jedno 60-ak vezova na suhom. Marina raspolaže sa restoranom Mistraltu gdje se mogu pojesti jako dobri riblji specijaliteti i mesni. Tu je benzinska crpka u marini, supermarket, dućani sa raznolikom nautičkom opremom, praonica rublja. Imamo 8 lijepo uređenih modernih apartmana.
Boat owners can feel safe and welcome as the service and facilities at the marina are really great.
Which repair services do you have at the marina?
Imamo servis u marini koji privatan je servis, ali održavanje brodova, poliranje, antifouling, farbanje, servis, marizo servis koji popravlja motore, vanbrodske, motore brodova i podvodnog pranja i tako dalje.
Every time we visit this marina, they have something special going on. But this time we were especially pleased with the youngest members of the local folklore society from Orlitz. We hope they will continue to preserve their rich and beautiful tradition. The performance of the male clapper Burin is always special, and it fits in perfectly with the ambience of the marina, its vessels and the sea.
Kad se pitam da li još mjesec sni u tvojoj kosi. Ludo moj more, sve mi kule ruši. I ostavljaš svake zore.
The female clapper Deha will melt each and every heart with their angelic singing. You really just need to listen and let it overwhelm you.
I prokleta je ona skala,
opportunity to enjoy the rich offer of the Cres specialties, delicacies, olive oil and souvenirs. And here are our dear friends from Eco Center Belly, who take care of wonderful and injured Griffon vultures. The Griffon vulture is one of 4 types of vultures living in Europe, but the only one living in Croatia, where it is considered endangered and strictly protected species. It is a truly special experience to observe their flight. At the excellent restaurant in the marina, in my humble opinion, the best of all ACI marinas, I'm having the time of my life, enjoying the most delectable food. We are in Leuven Itza, a beautiful little stone-covered village that has been inhabited for over 4,000 years. Since the island of Cres is known for sheep breeding and has a rich tradition of producing woolen articles, we have decided to visit one very interesting museum.
Hello and welcome to Sheep Breeding Museum.
This is a fantastic place. I've never seen anything like this.
Well, I'm really glad because my masks are one of the main attractions. Yes. So this is really attraction for various tourists. They are coming from all over the world. They try to put the masks on to let the inner child out, you know. So basically, in this little museum, we are trying to cover like a dying culture, basically, because all about the sheep farming is in decline. Unfortunately, it's all going away with the older generation. Young people, if they're on the island, they are basically in tourism. So this is a little museum which used to be a parish home. A priest used to live many, many years ago. So when he left, because not enough people in the village, the building was completely in ruins. And then thankfully to a little NGO from town Rijeka, they stepped in and through various projects and donations, they fixed roofs, building, repaired everything possible, and they set up this exhibition.
These masks and clothes are anything but light and breathable.
How do people wear such heavy woolen clothing in such Mediterranean
basically,
climate? It's very
Leuven
hot
Itza
and warm.
is the only village in whole Adriatic Sea with the snow. You wouldn't believe. Yeah, almost every winter there is a snow in the village. I've seen still. So example, last winter in Zagreb we had about 5 centimeters, while here they were up to the knees, you know. I've seen some photographs, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it is strange, but it is happening. But okay, it doesn't last long, you know, but it's beautiful to see blue sky, sheep on the snow as well, you know. So it is amazing little place. It is kind of forgotten in the history. However, there are still
4,000 years old, is that right?
They are first settlers, yes, a part of Illyrian tribe called Liburni. They were the first settlers here. In spite, they found some artifacts. There is a cave nearby, and they found bones from Neanderthal people as well, you know. So people were always somehow loving the island.
Yes, how wouldn't you?
I'm still having fun with Thea, and it's pretty hard to stop once my inner child comes out to play. We certainly have to visit a particularly special little place on the island called Martini Schita. It is located in a spacious bay on the west side of the island, which is the second largest place on the island. What has attracted us here is the incredible color and clarity of the sea. It is simply mesmerizing with its beauty and purity, and it is impossible to resist jumping in for a swim. Save the best for last, as they say. So for the last bit of our adventure on Cres, we're visiting Leuven. This picturesque and dreamy fishermen's and farmers' seaside village is situated between two beautiful pebble beaches. But what we found most interesting about Leuven is the food, especially fish. We found a perfect spot in a charming waterfront restaurant with a breathtaking view of the sea and decided to try some of the most famous delicacies. A plate of cold fish appetizers is a real demonstration of power. Marinated scampi tails, homemade Cres sheep's curd, raw scampi, sea bass carpaccio, tuna fish carpaccio, cooked tuna, smoked tuna and cod. These dishes are simply beautiful. Whatever I try, I cannot decide what I like best. Scampi of Kvarner with sweet and tasty meat, prepared Buzara style, are the best and most famous scampi in the whole Adriatic. They live and grow at great depths, enabling them to grow to larger size than average, making them an ideal delicacy. The original Adriatic tuna fish steak is also superb and especially appreciated in Japan, which is the biggest importer of Adriatic tuna. Very difficult to obtain even at the local restaurants. Of course, the Adriatic squid is much bigger and more delicious than the Atlantic sort, and you just have to order it in a restaurant and try it out. And to top it all off, not so light but really delicious pancakes with homemade quince jam and homemade ice cream, chocolate soufflé, homemade vanilla ice cream and lemon sorbet. Well, that's all from our Cres and Lošinj adventure. And after all this wonderful food, well, there's only one thing left to do.